Check, check. One,
Mic
two,
check, mic check.
three.
Late session.
Are we good? I'm excited. This is my laptop we're recording on.
Yay!
The only good that I've done for my laptop since I purchased it.
I know you missed us. I know you hit that refresh on Tuesday and didn't see us. But shit happens. Niggas got jobs, niggas got lives.
Shit happens. Piss happens. All that.
I don't know all about that piss. Well, a little bit. But that was from last episode. I would say all right and welcome back. But, nigga, you know this is The Jig Is Up. Episode 111. And you know me. I'm your host. Yours Marco. And I'm with...
It's your guy, M Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blazer, mommy.
And Kmart is at work because niggas are living real life. So, how you guys doing? What's good? How was y'all weekend? How was y'all?
Shit,
my
weekend about
right
to...
now.
I was going to say weekend just around the corner.
I'm
Well,
on my
last
Sunday
weekend.
I'm
right
working.
now.
How was y'all last weekend?
How was my last weekend? It was the
Because they didn't
first-
hear from us. They probably worried. They like thought we died or some shit.
Oh my gosh. Hello?
I'm just joking. They don't love us like that.
What happened this weekend?
A lot. We could get straight into it.
We can. Because I can't think of anything that happened
Yeah,
with
because
me.
I was at work.
All
This
right.
went down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For this
My weekend was work.
this work, but man, there was a lot of work going on in the studio. So let's just get it started. Yes, let's get into this motherfucking smoke. That is Drake and Pusha T. All right, so first of all, let me say Daytona was a dope album. I enjoyed it. 7 songs. My favorite standout song, Comeback Baby. If you know, you know. The Games We Play. You know, I fucks with like 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7 of the tracks in there. Some of them. That What Would Meek Do? It's kind of like whatever. Infrared was more like that was a bait type of diss song.
Of course.
That was the Beta Men.
Of course.
You know. And then your boy Drizzy Drake came back with the Duppy freestyle. I didn't even know what Duppy meant. Then we could do my Googles because you know how Drake is trying to use fucking different lingo and shit. Okay, so Duppy is a word from Jamaica meaning ghost or spirit. So basically he was trying to come at him, say I'm gonna make you a ghost or whatever, you know. Yeah, it's a
He
Caribbean
said the man's
folklore.
demise will be televised. So
Yeah, you know, Drake said some prophetic shit that didn't go down because boy, oh boy, Pusha T came back with that fire.
Came back with a vengeance.
He came back with the.
just keep them rolling.
All right.
He let it ring like Virginia Williams.
That nigga emptied the clip, put another clip in, and empty that motherfucker.
Man, now all is fair in love and war, and that's how I feel about rap beef. From battles, lyrically, I'm talking about on wax. You know, the other shit, the street shit. When it gets out of the hands of the artist, that's when shit gets a little too far. But if it's within the confounds of the booth and on wax, it's all fair game. Drake started it.
Mm-hmm.
He did say, not the whole entire beef, but I'm just saying when he mentioned Virginia Williams, because you know that's how Drake gets down. If he's going to beef with you, he's going to know your ex, your current, your future girl. He's going to know anything about, like, that's women because that's Drake's weakness. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going with this? That's his weakness. So he figures that maybe that's all of men's weakness is using women. And he came back with that story of Adidon. And, you know, I don't want to be long-winded. I want to know what y'all think of it. What y'all think of the story of Added On?
Man, look, that shit cut deep. When I was listening to it, all I could think of was like, yo, he really. You ever like run into somebody that's just extreme? He always one ups somebody.
Yeah.
You know, takes it even further. That's what happened with this shit. Like I had to go back to listen to Duppy freestyle and think about or try to decipher like how he mentioned his fiance's name, and it wasn't.
He didn't come at her like it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't even like he was dissing her. He just
Yeah.
mentioned her.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's all he needed, though.
but I gotta give him credit because it was smart because he did it in a way where to the public it's not like disrespectful, but it's all disrespect towards Push.
When you bring in family and stuff.
Yeah, because he mentioned her name but still dissing him at the same time. Like I'm gonna mention your wife and I'm dissing you too.
yeah.
Don't make me put a ring on it like such and such. It was like
Virginia Williams.
nigga, that's like I don't care what nobody say. Oh, he didn't diss his wife. Still, he was dissing him, and he brought his woman into it.
Yeah,
he brought her into it in a slick way. It's like that's still like fuck that. I'm coming at your head.
That's grounds
Yeah.
for I'm coming for your head
And I had to talk with
because
Monica because she was like I don't agree. He went too far. I'm like all's fair. You know.
I'm
with
that
you
type
on
of
that.
nigga. I'm the
with
type
you
of
on that.
niggas like all this fair. I know there's a lot of people I hear from other like hip hop media personalities. I hear from other people saying like, "Yo, Pusha went too far." I'm like, nigga, maybe I'm raised different because I'm from an era.
Motherfuckers forget.
I'm from an era like let's talk about that two birds and one stone diss when he talked about Pusha T and Kid Cudi. He came at Kid Cudi about his mental health, mental illness, right?
Nobody said nothing.
And a couple of people who are dealing with mental health issues were the ones who spoke up against that. But everyone else was like, it's fair game. You came at. I'm like, come on, man, you can't like. I feel in that sense, you can't have stone hands in the glass jaw. You know what I mean? Like you can't if you're gonna throw them hands. I hope you got a strong chin too. If you're Amir Khan out in these streets, then you for my boxing fans out there. If you're Amir Khan out in these streets, hey man, don't engage in too many fights then. But man,
don't get caught on the chin.
Don't get caught with a
Throw them hands, but don't get caught on the chin.
Don't get caught with a left counter hook.
Body
but
shots.
would you say that you think that like, after the whole Meek Mill thing, most people's like, oh,
Drake is Teflon. You know what I mean? They had to, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that's what it was? He thought like, oh, Meek was gonna come with some fire, and then kind of find out like he.
Well, Meek didn't plan.
Meek shot himself in the foot.
Meek
no, I know,
plan.
but because of that, do you think that's why he came into this beef thinking it was gonna kind of turn out that way? Not exactly like that, but not think it was gonna get that deep.
I mean, when you comfortable on the top, it could seem that way. Like you get mad comfortable, like everybody's gonna, fall in line and be and back me up. They're not gonna follow Push. He's a nobody. Blah blah blah.
Cause I heard after the second diss, Drake supposedly, is what I heard, that he like put out like 140K or 160K or something for someone to dig up dirt on Pusha because he didn't really have a response.
Yeah, it was 100K. Right?
And Kanye mentioned that on Yikes. He said 100K turn a friend to an ops. He did say that bar on Ye's latest album, Yikes, which is one of my favorite tracks from the latest Ye album on there.
You know what's interesting though?
What?
That's the song that Drake helped him write.
Right. And that's it's funny how it's like it's a lot of frenemy shit. Yeah, it's a lot of frenemy shit going on between Good Music and Young Money. That's people across the street. You can hear them. They're excited that Golden State are up 3-0 against the Cavaliers. Shout outs to J.R. Smith.
Oh man. Fucking shit.
Earl Smith Jr. Nigga, what you on? But anyway, we're gonna pass this Cavassier back into this
You stupid.
back into this subject. But man, shit, what were the lines that stood out to you on Story of Added On? Well, let's give it a breakdown. How he just strategically broke Drake down. He broke Drake down.
Put these lyrics up, shit.
yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay, I was going to say like, man,
All right, so
take your pick.
The first part, he said, drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside, let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I can see it in your soul. You don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. So he countered the money part that Drake mentioned in Duppy Freestyle. All right. And then, he got on Dennis Graham talking about walking out on his mom's when he was 5, abandonment issues. Then he talked about, you're ashamed of where you're from because your hair don't nap enough. Got him on his blackness. Then he talked about your mom couldn't recover from being left by your dad. That your mom has never been married ever since. Damn.
Remember what I said in the pod before he responded. Remember what I said when you were saying like Drake brings your girl into it? I was like, there's one way you can one up somebody.
Bring his mom.
Bring his mom into this shit. And he did it. Not in the way I would have did it, but he did that shit.
He brought it.
I was sitting there like scared, like, what the fuck?
Did I do this?
Am I a part of this?
Did he listen to the podcast?
You know what? The pod, honestly, the pod is the new Simpsons.
Don't do that. don't do that.
Hey.
We are not the Illuminati.
You know what? Then I'm going to try to predict some good shit for us.
Right.
Yo, nigga, we going on tour.
We going on tour, live podcast tour.
We're going live podcast
we're gonna
tour.
Go overseas as well.
We're going to have illustrious guests and shit.
Yep, we're going to hit
all that shit.
Australia, Japan.
Australia.
You know what I mean? We traveling everywhere. We're gonna
Sydney.
we selling merch, all that shit.
That's funny.
But dude, and then okay, damn, let's and then this nigga Pusha hit Drake with the Killmonger. He hit him with the Killmonger he said, man, since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up on IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved. It's deep in the rap. We talking character. Let me keep with the facts. You're hiding the child. Let the boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol. Oh,
first he called his pops one, and now he's one just like his dad.
Damn, nigga, the apple don't fall from the tree, nigga.
Don't fall far. Nope.
But it's funny too because when I heard that, because I seen a lot of people's reaction was like, wait, Drake got a son?
I remember that rumor.
And then I remember we talked about it on the pod last year when we first heard it. He covered that shit up quick because I totally forgot about it till Pusha brought it back.
I didn't forget.
I totally forgot about it.
I forgot about that shit.
And sure as hell, Pusha didn't forget.
Because we was talking about baby girl had a banging body, but her face, we was talking about her chin being like, I remember
she got
that
a strong
shit.
chin.
Strong ass chin.
Did I make like a Jay Leno line or something?
No, but on Twitter, people put a picture of Sophie next to Quentin Tarantino, and I can't unsee that shit anymore.
No, I haven't seen that shit.
Don't see it.
He said, don't see it.
and you won't be able to unsee it.
And to defend Drake's blackness, the nigga did fall for a fat ass with a terrible face. There's a lot of niggas out here shooting the club up with chicks who just got fat asses. Let's
my thing is like, you know what? I can't say that because out of all the chicks, it had to be that one, right?
Dude, he has some bad stripper bitches that he been fucking in the past.
Yeah, out of all the chicks he done tagged,
dude,
it had to be that one, my nigga.
Malia Michelle. If I was Drake, if I was gonna drop off any kids at any stripper, it would have been her. It would have been her, like Drake, nigga. And it was so funny because Charlamagne mentioned to Mon Shumpert, like, I heard you got a pass with Drake's old baby mama. He's like, you know what? We crossed paths. I trying to play it cool because Tiana Taylor was like right there. But yeah, rumor has it, man. Like, a lot of people messed around with her before. But that's just the industry.
Yeah.
Niggas share the same industry bitches everywhere. That's how it happens.
It's a small little community.
Pretty much, man. But yeah, picking up IG models, niggas like the same type of chicks. So it's like, what do you expect? Word of the future, leaving IG bitches stranded. But that's for another story.
Man, get
And
to this
then-
other part.
And
dude.
then
Okay.
talking about Adonis.
Okay, he said Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. Then he fucked up his Adidas press run right there, and now he announces the son's name,
Yep.
the alleged son's name, the alleged baby mama. Let's get back there, and we got to say that, protect ourselves.
Yeah, true.
You know, you don't want to be fucking Victor Ortiz out here, caught with your hands down. And then he said,
Yeah, Victor
that's-
Ortiz, he's blasphemous. But go ahead.
He said, he said that he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real, of course. Love that baby. Respect your girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world.
Yeah.
Slut
Shut up.
shaming. then he slut shamed the bitch, your alleged baby mama.
Yeah.
And let's keep it 100 though. When niggas found out that she was a porn star, how many niggas went on that search bar on Pornhub to see if she got dick down?
Damn near everybody.
Her shit.
Raise his hand
Easy.
slowly.
But it was funny because like niggas like, oh man,
Yeah, they wasn't impressed.
all you did see was his oiled up booty and like a see-through shirt. Like, nigga, that's it.
That's it.
She says she's an urban model. That's what she calls herself. She's a French urban model.
Makes sense.
Oh man, shit. And then of course the backbreaker, the innocent man caught in the crossfire. OVO 40.
I'm just
OVO
saying.
40 hunched over like he's 80. Tick tick tick. How much time he got? That man is sick. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666, and he used the six.
The
Yeah.
six god.
The six god.
The whole-
Surgical
yeah.
summer with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you really don't want it with him.
Cause y'all heard, cause I didn't really get that part, but I heard that that Drake got surgery done so that he can have abs.
Yeah, that's the rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed or not.
Yeah.
That is the rumor.
Cause I was like, okay, Drake, I see you. Like when all of a sudden he had a body on him. I was like, what
He
the
was
fuck?
like, hold on, these are not real.
He's so
I pay for these. I ain't got time.
I hate y'all.
I don't have good genetics like Weezy. Weezy be drinking perp and still have abs. That shit don't work for me. Cause I'm trying to get it all
sound like
out.
an alien.
My stomach came from the other genetics on the other half
He's
from
so
my mom.
stupid. From my mom.
But man,
so
like, and then let's address the blackface. Like, it's a bad diss song when Drake has to release a public statement defending
Yeah.
the cover, because that's a real photo. And people didn't really know, like, oh, Drake's in blackface. You know, now you question his blackness. Like, all this room for conversation. He had to question his blackness. You got to question if he's a deadbeat dad, knowing that his audience is mostly women, and Drake out here being Mr. Humble. This nigga had God's plan, giving out money. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make himself look like a fucking saint. Then he dropped a fucking Nice for What anthem for all the ladies for women empowerment. And now Pusha T's like, man, fuck all that shit. I'm going to ruin this nigga's image. I'm going to say he's a deadbeat dad who's keeping his son a secret. And he fucking got childhood abandonment issues with his dad. He has... He doesn't know. He never seen a stable relationship, so he can't have one himself. This motherfucker got low self-esteem, so he had to allegedly get plastic surgery, a tummy tuck to get some abs. His friend is dying.
Yeah, he
It's
went
like,
in.
and it's so funny because the funny, ironic part, I think 40, he had a good sense of humor. He was like, the ironic thing, MS Day is tomorrow. MS Awareness Day is
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I
The
seen that.
day when that happened.
I mean, my thing is this, like, with that whole thing, Drake got on Kanye.
He got on Kanye
What did
more.
Kanye do?
Yeah, because Pusha was like, leave Kanye out of it. I want all the curses.
Yeah, I feel like that's why he brought 40 in. It's like, well,
Yeah.
since we talking about producers now, let's
Yeah,
let's
You
get
talk-
on your dude. Like,
yeah. You talked about my producer. You talked about my bitch. Okay, I'm
And
gonna
he
talk
talking
about
about
your
my-
producer, and I'm gonna talk about your bitch. I think it's fair.
and he questioned his background too, because he was saying what No Malice was saying in his interview.
Oh, you were. I did like that no malice line that Drake
that
did
was
drop.
very
Yeah, he
clever,
did.
man.
It was clever.
Yeah.
A lot of wordplay. But people. Then here comes a little argument about Drake. Do you consider Drake to be black? He's half Jewish, technically, but throughout Jewish culture, it runs on a matriarchy. It's a matriarchy way. To be considered Jewish, you got to come from the Jewish womb, not necessarily from the Jewish sack,
Right.
per se. Like Lenny Kravitz's father is Jewish, but a black mother gave birth to him. So therefore, he's not considered Jewish, which is fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But Drake came out of his mother, who's Jewish. He's considered Jewish. And they'll get it fucked up. Jewish people, one of the most well connected people in the entertainment industry
Mm-hmm.
out there. Then like Joe Bud mentioned, you got he's Jewish. He got connections with fucking Stunner, and he got connections with Jay Prince. It's about who's backing you in this industry. And when Jay Prince stepped in, made the OG call to call it bygones be bygones, What Jay Prince says goes, man. And
You know what's funny? I mean, what's interesting? Jay Prince actually got a call from Ye to have him come stop it. Because he was like, I don't want no parts of this. So he called Jay Prince like, I don't want no parts of this, man.
Oh, he called Jay Prince?
Mm-hmm. He said Ye called him
Yeah.
to make the G call.
So here's a clip of Jay
My
Prince.
book called Respect, and I feel like for a man to attack a man's mother, his father, a man that's dying, I feel that's disrespectful.
Very.
Yeah, and if one leave it on a level playing field and I get at you, you get at me, then bring it on. May the
Right.
best man win.
Right.
But to go and imagine we got into a fight and I go whoop your mama ass. You know what I
sick
mean?
friend?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like you doing like, hold on, that ain't had nothing to do with it.
yeah. I call it a pig pen mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I spoke with Drake. You know what I mean? I made OG call to Drake this morning, telling him I don't want you to respond to this. You know what I mean? We're gonna put this to bed. You know what I mean? We're gonna put this to bed because we can't get in a pig pen with pigs, and then because the pigs turn into hogs, and then hogs get slaughtered.
And that's not.
Damn, I mean, Jay Prince said it best, and that's true, Pigs get fat. Pigs get fat, they turn to hogs, and hogs get slaughtered. That's what happens when you get greedy. And it sucks, man, because, I wanted to see this beef to extend. I wanted to see the more petty shit. I'm all about the fuck shit. It's summertime. Let it ring out, but they said it's going to get mad disrespectful. Gotta move on.
Yeah.
And word has it, Jay Prince heard the alleged response that Drake had for him, and it would have been bad for Kanye and Pusha T.
Well, technically, he said he heard the ingredients.
He heard the ingredients. Yeah, there you go. He heard the ingredients, and it would have been really disrespectful. And the thing is, Pusha T is promoting his album. He's probably having the best album sales of his career so far as a solo artist. Drake is let's see. Drake is he's on album mode. He's trying to get his album out. So, there's a lot of things going on out there. And shit, what else can I talk about this beef? Oh, one more thing. How I will see it, I don't want to hear any more subliminal shots from either one of them. If it's over, it's over. Move the fuck on. So that's what I'll say about that. I don't want to hear no like little subs or anything because they had a chance to keep the game going. You know what I mean? The fucking finals was almost over, and I wanted Pusha and Drake to be a fucking 7-game series. Now I'm being robbed of that experience too.
For me, the only person I'll be mad at is Ye, because he's the one that pretty much called Jay Prince, because he ain't won no parts in it.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't supposed to be a part of it anyway, but you know, I won't be mad if they threw little jabs, little slick jabs, like on some Jay-Z and Nas shit before. Like they did that way before that beef actually kicked off. But you know, like I wouldn't be surprised if Drake. Monica's in the house, people.
I just see it in my peripheral, like something moving, and then I see that. I was like, what the fuck?
She's a ninja. She got her hoodie on and stuff. Nah, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Honestly, I kind of wouldn't be pissed. Well, I wouldn't be mad at all. I know Jay Prince would if Drake throws shots. And he finds out.
Yeah, the thing you don't want to do is piss off Jay Prince. Like I heard some horror stories about that dude. You know, he's very he's quiet. He's hit to himself. He's very unassuming, but he's like the boogeyman in hip hop. Like everybody always they're scared of Suge because Suge, you know, you look at him, he's intimidating, but when you look at Jay Prince, he's not an intimidating looking guy. But at the same time, this nigga's mafioso. Let's keep it at 100. Like he's a gangster before he got into Rap-A-Lot Records and doing a lot of things for Houston. So for the people who don't know who Jay Prince is, man, just do your research. Go get his book, The Art and Science of Respect. It's gonna come out soon.
I'm getting that book, man.
Go read that memoir. His audiobook, he's narrating it. So I don't know how slow that's gonna go.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
You might have to. You might have to put it on 1.5 speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you go to sleep listening to that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
to the readers or listeners,
he was like,
this is Jay Prince.
This is Jay Prince.
Sounding off.
This is my audiobook. Thank you for listening to me.
I put out the G call, and it was answered.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like niggas are scared of Jay Prince.
What,
like this is a story.
I heard something.
Okay, go ahead.
He talked about the Biggie and Pac situation.
Okay.
So when Pac got shot, supposedly, P Diddy and the fuck is his name? The one that his peoples is the one that shot Pac. Jimmy Henchman.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Henchman.
They both went down to Houston to talk to Jay Prince to have him put out the G call and stop that beef back then.
Damn.
He said the reason he didn't do it is because he didn't have all the information. He was trying to make sure, you know, people was telling him the right stuff.
Yeah, he didn't want to jump in.
That told me that maybe he thought what Diddy and Jimmy Henchman was saying was just some bullshit. Like they was lying to him so he can stop the beef.
Yeah, because they wasn't trying to.
Because Jimmy is crooked in the motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I think my favorite Jay Prince story was when Bob Arum was on Highly Questionable. When how he acquired Floyd Mayweather to be his boxer. So there's a story allegedly that Jay Prince sent his goons to the Mayweather gym with baseball bats, hitting home runs in the boxing gym. You know what I mean?
Louisville Sluggers.
Louisville Sluggers. You know what I'm saying? Going straight Harley Quinn.
Call them the H-Town Sluggers.
Pretty much, you know, before the Astros won the World Series. You know what I mean? Like they were going in there.
No.
Hitting 400-footers out the park in the Mayweather gym. Okay, let me stop making light of whatever really happened.
The hit percentages was above 4.
The niggas betting at 1,000. I'm gonna say that.
You stupid.
so Floyd ran to Bob Arum like, look, man, I got this deal with, because Jay Prince used to be a boxing manager, and he's like, he wanted out, and some business and stuff like that, and Bob Arum was like, all right, I could help you. He's like, what do you want? He's like, oh, he wants this amount of money. He was like, okay, I could go ahead and give it credit it to him. He was like, nah, Jay Prince wants his shit cold hard cash. He was like, okay, and then up front. So Bob Arum wrote a check for $600K, gave it to Jay Prince. Jay Prince disappeared. But I noticed that when I watch Floyd on social media, that nigga never goes to Houston. Or goes or I don't know. I don't remember Floyd going to Houston. I always see him go to Ibiza, Vegas, New York, LA, maybe Dallas. But he don't go to Houston, man. So if you got a nigga who's 50-0 with them hands, who runs around with an entourage of big giant niggas protecting him, I gotta say something about Jay Prince, man. I'm just saying.
I gotta say something about his goons. It's one thing to be a bad motherfucker, but for your goons to follow through,
man. Or the prank call, the prankster who got caught up.
That was funny. I was just watching an interview on TRL with Jay Prince and Sway in the Morning. It wasn't the Sway in the Morning show. He was just on TRL hosting, and he has the comedian call in. So the comedian breaks down the story. He said they were going to do an album
of prank
of
calls,
recorded prank calls, and they started with Jay Prince.
Number one, you didn't go for Bun B.
Like you could have did the whole album first, and then Jay
right?
Prince at the end.
Yeah, that's.
But they started with Jay Prince first, so because I think the guy that put the whole thing together knows Jay Prince, so. They start recording, and the way he prank calls people is like, "I'm gonna come whoop your ass." That's how he was coming at Jay Prince. He was like,
"Where
he said,
where are
I got
you?
records at your, I got your records at my store. They ain't been selling, and I'm gonna have to come whoop your ass." He said there was an 8-second pause, in silence. I mean, and Jay Prince was like,
"Where are you?
Where you at?
Where you at? Yeah." The nigga said, "Where you at?"
And it was like more like a calm, like, "Where you at?" Like that's scary to anybody. And he kept trying to go with it, like, "Nah, I'm gonna come whoop your ass." Blah blah. He was like, "Where you at?" So the producer gets on the phone like, "Oh, Jay Prince, it's me, man. We just prank calling you. I got this comedian here. We recording this, blah blah." And he said it was somebody in the car that was with Jay Prince. Like, "I know where they at. Turn the car around," and they hung up.
That
Homeboy
escalated
quickly.
quickly.
Dipped out. He said that was the only time I ever been in Houston. I was been in Houston for
as soon as that phone hung up.
He said I took that plane back to Alabama. He was like, "Dude, I thought Jay Prince was right on the wing, like in the airplane, like where you at?
Where you at?" Or he'd be talking to the stewardess, "Where he at?" So he picture him. He turn around, see him. Oh my God!
That nigga's like Chris's dad.
Yeah.
Everybody, you think I'm playing? When you sleep, you think I'm playing?
Right.
Oh,
but
man.
that sounded crazy.
That shit's
But they squashed it on TRL because he was like,
yeah,
we good, man.
You got to put it in public like that. Like, we squashed it, right? Everybody see it. Millions of people
kind of
watching
see it
it.
on Jay Prince's face, though. It was his face changed up just a little bit. Just a little bit. You can kind of see it. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And what's another thing I just understand, like, on a different beef, like how Tekashi 6ix9ine is out there beefing with Jazz Prince, his son, out there in Houston. And then you trying to troll fucking Chief Keef in Chicago.
In the words of Jay Prince.
Where you at?
No. This is what he said about that.
Oh.
He said, when a man is campaigning, he's eventually going to get elected. Then he followed up with, to the people around him.
That's cryptic as fuck, dude. If a man is campaigning, he's going to get elected.
And he followed up with, like, to the people around this colored rainbow hair dude, be careful. A bullet might fly. And you just hanging out. I was like, what the fuck is that? Why would you say that?
And the crazy thing about it, Jay Prince will still have his hands clean. That's the crazy thing about it. He will have. He is like the Black Godfather, homie. He's Don Corleone, homie. Niggas probably come up to him in Houston like in his own way. He's like,
he got cops in trouble. You know how they had hip hop police? They was on his ass at one moment, and as soon as they fell back, he had people watching them. So when they found out dirt about them, they had internal investigation. They went and checked these dudes' lockers and stuff, and they had like stuff that was
Confiscated.
not confiscated, but they had stuff to plant,
Yeah.
and they had labels on them. Like one of them was
Yo,
Rap a Lot Records. And
Jay
stuff like
Prince
that.
could probably
Oh,
be
and
more
got them in
powerful
trouble.
than Farrakhan. This
Yeah,
dude could probably outdo the NOI. No offense to anybody in the NOI, but this nigga's on a real power structure.
Yeah, he on
Like,
some other shit.
and he's low key. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it.
Yeah,
But
man.
what do you think as a Chicago, Illinois,
Yeah,
Uh,
Midwestern.
Midwestern? How do you feel about Tekashi poking the bear that is Chief Keef? Oh, he's clapping his hands. Hold on. He's clapping his hands.
This dude is funny, man. He talking about some like he ran into the right people, man. Let's see what happens, because
Dude, okay.
you see how
So which one's more scary when someone says this? When someone's poking the bear? Because there's two reactions, and they're both equally as scary. But which one is more scary to you? When someone said, "Oh, you fuck with the wrong one today," or "Oh, you fuck with the right one today"?
The second one.
The second one, when they say, "Oh, you fuck with the right," whoa.
the right one. I like that
Yeah.
one, because I say that and I'll be smiling too.
Niggas like, I got time today.
And
You fuck with the right
and when
one.
I say you fuck with the wrong one, it's more like I don't want to be bothered.
but
When
I
you
will
say
fuck
you
you
fuck
up.
with the right one.
I'm with the
I've been
shits.
waiting
With the
for this
shits
shit, and I couldn't wait to fuck you up. That's what that's what it sounds like to me. Those are my meanings. Like, I can't go for everybody else, but for me, if I say, you fuck with the right one, you in trouble. Like, go the other way or something, dude. Like, but yeah, he getting at the right people. Lil Reese and Chief Keef. Chief Keef got shot at in New York.
Yeah, they missed. They said they were shooting like stormtroopers. You know what I mean? Out there.
Yep.
Blicky with the sticky on, but just sticking nothing.
Blind with the sticky up. shooting letters, shooting the W all the way up there and shit.
That's funny.
Niggas have no target practice.
I mean, Tekashi trying to be slick about it, saying like, "Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that," blah blah, and he's trolling at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely trolling.
Lil Reese left on his IG snap. He said, "Come to Chicago." Smiley face.
Smiley.
Oh, he never coming to Chicago.
You better not. You better not.
He better not.
Those
go to
niggas will touch you in the nice places. Don't fucking go out
Okay,
there.
all I'm saying, if SX Tentacion could get knocked the fuck out in San Diego, what are your chances of trolling one of the most gangsters fucking hip hop artists in Chicago, and you going there? What do you think is gonna happen to you?
Mind you, while these dudes was coming up and rapping, becoming famous, niggas was getting shot and killed.
Like,
with,
and it's funny how
in this group, like,
and it's funny how academics plays into this because he's a fucking major co-signer.
he's the one that covered it from the beginning.
Yeah,
too.
he
Like,
covered the war of Chirac.
Yeah,
And now he's like on fucking Tekashi's fucking payroll.
but at the same time, he's like, Tekashi, don't do it.
Yeah.
I watched a little video. He was talking about like, okay, man, you got the Grim Reaper, Lil Reese. He's on your head now. Usually when he says this and this, that means there's a hit on you.
Say it so, as Cat Williams would say, and it was so.
But at the same time, Chief Keef, he doesn't have his goon with him no more.
Chief Keef's in a different place though. You know what I mean?
Fredo Santana.
Oh yeah, if Fredo Santana was alive. A lot of people say if Fredo Santana was alive, Tekashi would be dead.
He would be touched at least, if not dead, like for sure.
And
That nigga was
they
crazy.
compared picture of Tekashi and Chief Keef at age 16. They're like Tekashi, he had no tattoos. He's like in a schoolboy uniform and shit.
Mhm.
And then they got like Chief Keef with his dreads out with the gun. It's like this is a real
Yeah,
nigga,
them niggas
homie.
was crazy out there. I don't.
Drill music is real. Like them niggas is crazy out there in Chicago. I don't understand Tekashi's angle. He's fucking up his bag the more he does this shit because he's gonna make his show very dangerous to come to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, you want to go to a Tekashi show? Nah, I prefer breathing, so I would just stay my.
You know
ass
what
at
I would have
home.
did if I was Lil Reese and them though? I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have showed no type of like energy that I want to touch him or nothing. I would have did the E40 thing that he did to B.I.G. I would have booked him for a show. in Chicago and have niggas run up on them and and warn them. Just give you a warning, like, nigga, click clack, don't say nothing about this person or this person. That's it. Because he did that for Pac.
Oh, he did.
Like Biggie came to the Bay.
To the Bay.
He got booked for a show. They pulled up and it was like Ghost Town, and some dude ran up on the car. And, he had something on him. I don't know the exact words he told him, but he basically told him.
But that's what happens when
he's like, E40 said this and this, blah blah, like putting the word out to him.
That's what happens when gangsters get involved with shit, man. When it goes deep into rap, it gets really deep into rap. So nothing is safe with that. That's my little nothing is safe. Well, this beef, and
I just
also
wanna ask about the diss though. Do y'all think he took it too far? I know we said all's fair in love and war.
I say, nigga, it was fair game. That's just me.
What
I
do you
loved
think,
it.
Nessa?
I love the fuck shit. I'm here for it.
What does Nessa think? No, I mean,
your
it's
fans
one
are
of
leaning
those-
more closer to the speaker. I said,
You're
your
stupid.
fans leaning more closer to the speaker now.
It's one of those things because I had to go back, like, being on YouTube, you'll watch one video, watch the next, and then all of a sudden, 10 hours later, you find the whole backstory. So, from what I saw, from what it said, it stemmed from. It had nothing to do with Drake from the jump. It was on
Drake jumped in because it was a Wayne and
Clips
beef.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Saying that you jacked our style, because remember, there was a time when Wayne was talking about coke. There was a time Wayne was talking about coke with Joel Santana. Because remember, the Dipset brought Lil Wayne to
I can't feel my face.
Yeah, Wayne was accepted. The reason why the Wayne got accepted in the East Coast was because Dipset co-signed him, and with that co-sign, Joel, Cameron, Dipset niggas, they all rap about coke. Same thing about Clips were doing. The coke rap was hot at that time. It was Jeezy. Jeezy was on his coke shit.
Yeah.
Dipset were on that coke shit. Clips, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross. That's when coke rap was hot. So that was around that time. I was at the cusp.
Also, allegedly, what happened to that boy?
Oh yeah,
somebody didn't get paid.
Oh, the Clips didn't get paid for that. Hey, that song was
Pharrell.
horrible. Pharrell didn't get paid.
Pharrell
For the beat?
allegedly didn't get a check for the beat.
Man, Stunner out here fucking niggas up.
And mind you, they kept that on the raps. Nobody said shit about
Yeah.
that. Pharrell probably was like, "Nah, don't put that in this, or just leave that alone."
I mean, that's
Pharrell
the thing.
being a
Like
group-
Pharrell,
being
see
go
that
ahead.
Pharrell, he's a creative. He's like, I'm an artist, dude. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be a gangster. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with Kanye. Is like, Kanye's like, dude, I just want to make music. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to
Yeah.
deal with beef. And
I call him
Yeah.
a hip hop monk. Pharrell.
For
and Pharrell has done music for Nordy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting on his career, like he done music for gangsters. So don't get it fucked up. Skateboard P will find some goons if you really wanted to.
Yeah. But to answer your question, morally, yes, took it too far. For rap purposes, no. Not rap, but rap beef, no, because that's how they get down. Like for some really, really good rap beef, especially if you want something to be considered classic or something to stick, then no. But morally, of course.
Like,
yeah.
like niggas didn't say, oh, Pac took it too far when he said he fucked Fate. Or Pac he didn't take it too far when he talked about
That's what I was about to bring
Prodigy's sickle cell anemia problem.
up. That's what I was about to
You know
bring
what
up.
I mean?
Yeah.
No, every nigga fell on deaf ears.
Me and Monica
Fell on deaf ears. You know what I
we
mean?
was sitting around talking about it.
Like
I was like, which one you think is worse, the story of Adidon or
Hit
the
him up.
the hit 'em up Pac? We went down the lyrics and it was like, man, this Pac song is worse.
Yeah,
man,
hell
in
yeah.
our
It's
opinion.
from the
It
beginning.
was
Yeah,
First off, bitch, you
he didn't
claim.
walk into the
Yes.
verse. He ran on fire.
Right.
First off,
This
fuck
ni-
the bitch and the click you claim.
This
It was
nigga
like,
had a
God
battering
damn.
ram into the door, bust in. First off, fuck the bitch and the click you West Side
No
movie
wording,
vibe,
no
you
chill,
click with gang.
nothing.
You claim
That you a player, but I fucked your wife.
Like
We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life.
hands down.
And he
That's
was-
why I was like, why is everybody acting like this?
And Chino XL was probably like, nigga, what the I gotta do?
He said, fuck Chino
I
XL.
think because people like looked at Pac has had his moments where he'll be on to like poetic shit, but then when he came like hard, like they know that he's on that shit. So not saying that Pusha doesn't hold that, but you know what I mean. Like I guess it's more expected from Pac like to come at people like that than it is for people that don't really listen to Pusha like that, because there were some people that were like, who the fuck is Pusha T?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
Pusha T was getting mentioned all throughout pop
like
culture.
his King Push album. I thought he started to like get a hold of the younger crowd with that. But
Well,
on Pac
yeah.
though, like that nigga got shot, so
Yeah.
he has every reason to drop that song.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But yeah, I still feel like Pusha T wasn't wrong for dropping that song, dropping that disc.
No, he was all well within his rights.
He was like, nigga, we
You
we
mentioned
in
my
the battling
fiance.
mode. Fuck
You
everything.
mentioned my fiance, nigga. You try to make it deep in the rap. All right, fuck this. Gloves are off, nigga. Gloves are off.
I feel the same way, bro.
Surgical summer, and I wanted to hear more
Mind
volumes.
you,
I
this-
wanted to hear more
on,
volumes.
on
man.
Power 106 with Big Boy, he said, nigga, because Big Boy was like, so when you say there's layers, do you mean you got more stuff? He said, yes.
I honestly feel like Pusha already had all that shit. Like you guys said,
Yeah.
like he was trying to
He
like
bait him in.
He been baiting, but like the sub's been going on for years.
Yeah.
But now it
from
finally
Exodus, the Two Birds and One Stone, to Infrared, now Duppy Freestyle.
yeah, Drake finally bit. He finally bit it, and it was,
But like I said, it was funny to the fact that Drake just he always had this elitist approach to his
Yeah.
disses. He's like
Yeah.
the nerve, the audacity.
the sigh.
Like, do I really have to do this? Like it's a chore.
See,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking like, really, nigga?
He's trying to
Yeah.
look like those things were like he was trying to little bro him.
Yeah, I'm
He was
like,
trying
really,
to
nigga?
like he treated him like he was meek. Like nah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
dealing
exactly
with
that's what
like
I
you're
was
dealing
saying
with
earlier.
a whole different beast, man. You dealing,
Mind you, he was in this rap game before you.
Yeah.
So who's
And-
little brother really?
and then also remember you have his microphone with autograph. But he
Shut
did
up.
nip that in the bud
Shut
though.
up.
He did nip it in the bud. He was like, yeah, the signature's fading. That's how I've been feeling about you lately anyway.
Shut the fuck
Like
up.
Drake,
But
you
but
wanted to
this-
sign the Star Trek. Shut up, nigga.
but this brings it back to what we was talking about a few episodes ago. I'm still gonna listen to Drake shit, like even though
Man, Drake got music for the women.
like,
Straight
but not
up.
even that. But it like separating the artist from the person.
Yeah.
like
So you don't care if he's an alleged deadbeat dad, and he don't.
he
care
been a
about
deadbeat dad since last year. I still fuck with. Nice for what?
But
Okay,
but
so-
the thing is, allegedly Drake had receipts that he's been supporting his son, and he was about to drop them too because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, this song was so damaging that he had to do damage control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have to do damage control after a diss song, that's
how
bad.
You know, yeah, that's how you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's damaging, you know what I mean?
That fucking sucks.
Oh man.
Freaking I gotta say it. I feel like Nas had to do damage control after Super Ugly.
Really?
Yeah. It was very minimal, but it happened. He had to say something about it.
What on?
even
Last
though
Real
I
Nigga
feel
Alive?
like Nas ultimately won, and that was just like a
I feel
sore loser type of move. But
Yeah, I felt Jay-Z was like a sore loser. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like one of those karate movies. It's like when you have a good battle with the dude and you have the villain beaten, he's on the knee and shit, and
then
the
he
hero
just
says
takes
something.
that dirt and throw it in his eye. Nah, I'm playing.
No, the hero says, you know what? I wanted visions, but I am no killer. And he tries to walk away and shit.
Yeah.
And then as he's trying to walk away, the villain runs up behind him, try to get that sucker punch in
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And the hero turns around. Either he ducks or he evades the punches and he gives him the final blow. And he feels bad for killing him.
Or like that that scene in the Bruce Lee story
Yeah. So
when he started to walk away and dude
Yeah.
kicked him in the back.
Yeah.
He was like and fucked him up.
Damn near paralyzed my man.
No,
Yeah.
but back to Drake. Was arguing with people online. I was saying like, dude, he took this L, but he's not ultimately losing.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
He's
Scorpion's
still
gonna
be
come
Drake.
out.
Yeah,
he's still gonna
be
do
Drake.
numbers.
Some people were saying, is this the demise of Drake? Are we seeing Drake's demise?
Man.
A 10-year run? I'm like, if Jay-Z could
Some people's-
survive through Ether,
Yeah.
if Magic can make it out of HIV,
Motherfucker.
my
This
God.
motherfucker right here. I hate you.
you know what I mean? Anything's possible,
I was
man.
waiting for another beef. I was like, okay, keep going. This
Dr. Dre had a great career after No Vaseline. It's possible, man.
Yeah.
So
You so dumb, man.
I'm just saying, I'm putting it in perspective. Why I gotta be dumb? That's some smart shit I'm saying. It's insightful shit.
Some smart shit I'm saying.
All right, man. Let me done with this shit, man. We gave this shit a lot of attention, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted to say like how people, if they look at Drake differently, it's like he's a man. Name all the great celebrities that's actually walked a straight line and hasn't had any dirt on them. You know, it's not really. You can
Steph
actually.
Curry. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can
You know how
actually
many
talk about-
people would die if they find out that Steph is like cheating on Aisha?
Right.
No,
They would lose all hope.
I know.
And my girl would look at me sideways. She's like, you look like Steph Curry, you little light-skinned motherfucker.
You better be like, well, I ain't him.
I ain't him. I sure ain't him. I wish I could shoot like that nigga. Give me a $250 million contract. Shit.
That's funny as fuck.
Then you gonna have motherfuckers in the stands waving at you and shit.
Oh, she definitely gonna give you the side eye.
Yeah. Her side eye
I
gonna
think
get
Curry
bigger.
got a he got child number 3 on the way, I think. I think
Yeah,
Curry,
she pregnant.
Yeah,
I heard that.
nigga Curry stay
I
shooting.
heard that a fan hit her
His-
in her stomach.
His shots is accurate.
Hit what's her name?
That nigga was like 3 for 26 last tonight in game 3, but he's fucking 3 for 3 with Aisha, man.
You stupid.
They said that a Cavs fan had hit her in the stomach the other day, or one of the games and shit.
Man, that's fucked up. Come on, man.
And I forgot what the line was that they said. It was something hella disrespectful.
They trying to throw. See, that's when being a sports fanatic becomes toxic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta
Motherfucker
like.
Like she fucking pregnant.
Whoever
homie,
did that
like,
need to fall
what the
down
fuck does that gotta-
some cement stairs right now.
Yeah.
Yes, a whole flight.
Give him that Ron Artest treatment. You know what I mean?
That's
Go up in the stands and start swinging on him with him, Malice of the Palace type shit.
Malice is the palace. I just fucked up my finger.
Shit, or
Oh.
Yeah, but man, any last impressions on this seemingly ending beef that I feel that we were robbed of?
yeah.
I was robbed of a 7-game series. Thanks a lot, Jay Prince.
I hope the song leaks
Hey, I mean,
so we
I
can
think-
have that
You know
surgical
what?
summer that
You know
was
what?
promised to us.
I want Pusha to
Snip,
throw,
snip, snip.
I want Pusha to throw a subliminal that will give Drake the reason why to drop it.
Okay, wait.
So a
let's do
subliminal
this.
must
Let's do
have
this.
to happen.
Let's do this. A subliminal would happen to where Jay Prince gives him the green light.
Yes.
I want that.
I'm like I said, I'm all here for the fuck shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm here for the fuck shit.
I'm here for the same. Come
I
on
think
with it, man.
anybody is that.
You
that-
saw me
that
on
likes
Twitter.
a
I'm
good
like,
beef.
let's go. Both parties, let's
Nigga.
go. I was doing that on Twitter.
Why are we arguing
Campaigning.
anyway? Oh, I forgot. It's summertime.
Right.
Let's do it.
That's funny.
In the
Everybody
hood,
wait. Yeah.
50 Cent
everybody
said
wait
it
for the
best,
summer.
man. In the hood, summertime is the killing season. It's out in this bitch. It's a good enough reason.
Speaking of 50, man. What Jay Prince talking about? 50 started that. Well, he ain't started, but he promotes that gutter shit when he started rapping. He was like, "If I can't find you, I'll shoot your mama house up and make your ass look for me."
You took a page out of that book. God damn.
Shit.
Woo, man. All right, man. Let's get into this NSA. I know she got fans waiting. The millions and millions of And Nessa fans waiting for this
Got
NSA.
no million fans. Stop it.
Hey, I'm trying to be prophetic out here. I'm trying to prophesy some shit.
True. Go ahead. Speak that.
Yeah, see?
Oh, now you.
Now you want to speak that. Now you want to speak that. All right.
Damn, son, where do you find this? This the Jiggers Up podcast with Nessa's Service Master.
Turn this up for Kmart. So when he listens to this, he can hear all the sound effects.
Look at that saliva go. Oh, hear that because
I
you
was
guys
like,
can't.
look at it.
You can't look at it. It's a podcast. It's audio.
Just imagine it, people. He's filling up a cup with this.
You're so stupid. What the fuck is that?
You know,
motorcycle.
that's his warm up for him before he goes in on the box.
He does an exercise with his lips and his tongue.
Hey man, I'm trying to help Kenlin get some pussy out here. I need to hear one sex story from Kenlin. At least this summer, damn it. Need to slay one chick. Better go R&B only, Kenlin. Better go R&B only. If you can't pick up a chick from R&B only, then I don't know what to say. Like, it's literally thrown at you. Shout outs to DJs out there. To DJs making them love songs.
This motherfucker.
Gotta play that DJ play that love song by Jamie Foxx.
All right, you ready? What's up, y'all?
Hold on. She tell me to get ready. All right, I'm ready now.
All right, y'all. This NSA is brought to you by moi, Miss Nessa. And today's NSA is called Ho Up. Wait a minute.
Ho up.
Ho up.
Ho up. Wait a minute. Okay.
Oh boy.
Story time.
Ready for this fuck shit.
All right. So, let's talk about the infamous hoe face. We touch on it every now and then, right? But this weekend, had lunch with a couple gals, and I don't know. It went from I got some tea, on some shit, just talking
Went from
about
tea
life.
to spilling tea. Okay.
Pretty much. So, so these two girls are sisters. So one of the sisters, she's saying some shit, about some shit that went down. I'm like, okay.
Are they sisters or sisters?
No, like they're sisters, same mama, same daddy.
Okay. I'm trying to paint a picture.
They're black, yes. If that's what you're asking.
Sisters.
They sisters and they sisters.
Okay, Tia
Sisters or
Tamara.
white chicks or
Tia Tamara, sister. All
Tia
right.
Tamara or Marlon and Sean.
Oh my gosh. Shut the hell up.
Sisters.
Y'all are stupid as hell. So anyway, one of the sisters was talking about some shit that happened at a party, and it kind of went the direction of what I spoke about last week about, girl on girl experience, but hers was like real light. So I was like, okay. And then so they asked me a question and I was like, okay. And so I didn't really touch on what I was going to say, but I was kind of, how do I say this? I was basically trying to match the combo, if that makes sense. So they weren't really going in, so I was not really going in either.
Y'all, everybody was pulling punches.
Yeah.
Got it.
So then the other sister, which is the youngest sister, so we just started talking or whatever, and I was like, is there anything that you got to confess? Me joking, and then she was like, oh, well, because we were talking about sex a lot, and one of the things that was brought up was,
Some dude name or something?
Some dude's name. What?
Sir Sex a lot.
Sir Sex a lot. You
She about to
stupid.
drop the Usher confession. Let's hear it.
So so one of the things I kept mentioning, or I kept hearing them say, or this younger sister, she kept talking about like, oh, that she's super safe and that she gets checked up once a month. And I'm sitting here thinking like, bitch, you only had one dick. Like, why you gotta go once a month? Like, this is I'm thinking in my head, right?
She probably ain't
See, the wheels were turning in your head already.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Shit ain't adding up.
So I was like, we're just gonna call her Erica. This is the younger sister, is Erica, right?
Erica.
Oh shit.
Badu.
So
Let me go listen.
we talk about we talk about the whole phase and how, for the most part, everyone goes through one, right? This is the first time that I heard in my life where there was a whole lot of preparation. A whole lot of preparation. Who prepares for a whole phase, right?
Smart hoes.
I mean,
My God.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, not all hoes.
So
gotta
let
be
me
dumb.
tell you this story.
Like, be
Let me tell
careful.
you this story. Okay.
A
And I
careful
told
hoe.
her I'm gonna tell this story on my pod. Of course, she's gonna be, anonymous. So she was like, yeah, it's cool, I don't care. The thing, okay. This
She's taking some breaths.
I
What's
was
going
so
on?
because I was so taken back when I was trying to do the math. Y'all know I'm a number person. So anyway,
Yeah.
let me just tell you a story.
Using your Asian
So-
side, I got you.
So we're talking, and she's like, yeah, when I went through my whole phase, I just went ham. Like I got a Tinder account, and then I had 10 dudes in 10 days. And I'm like, what? When was it? She's like, oh, okay, so this is where it started. It started
It's a
in
lot
November.
of pH balancing differences right there.
It started in
Like,
November, right after my birthday, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because she kept saying like a year. And I'm like, hold on. So you mean to tell me that you had 10 dudes in 10 days? But before that, the last conversation you and I had was you lost your virginity and you didn't like it. Like it hurt. You felt like, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna try the girl route. Like that's where it was. That's where it went.
The girl route.
Yeah, like girl on girl. Like maybe I'm gonna try, bisexual. So how it go from that to I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean? Like that shit is crazy to me. And here's a kicker. This happened after her 18th birthday. She turned 18th and then she went in on Thanksgiving break. Like what? That shit's crazy to me.
That's tight.
No, what? So I said, so I'm like, I'm not judging you. And she's like, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. I'm just, I said, I'm honestly not judging you, but I'm just like, how you go from 0 to 100? Like, I'm trying to see where that came from. But she had, before 18, because I forgot about her age for a second. So I'm thinking she's 19. She said she did in November because she kept saying last year. So November, I said, bitch, it hasn't even been a year yet. So I'm like, how many did you have? She's like, okay, I had 14. Or no, I think she said she had she's had 13 sexual partners. And I'm like, bitch, it hasn't even been a year yet. This is what I asked her. I said, you know how many months are there in a year? She said, Vanessa, stop it. I said, no. I said, there's 12 months in a year. So that's
You've had
more
two
than
more than if you was fucking with a dude a month.
Yeah.
Nigga, she trying to make a graveyard right now.
Some people start up the car and just drive off. They don't let it warm up.
But that's the thing.
Right off
she,
the lot.
she started it and had a lemon.
But no
And
gap
then after
insurance.
that went and just shit. I was like, what the fuck? That shit is crazy to me. That shit's crazy to me. I guess even with me, like, I started my whole phase. I can't even tell you the exact date. Like, I remember I was in my 20s, but that's all I could say. Like, I don't remember the exact. I can't even tell you around when that happened. And to me, it was short-lived.
Yeah.
But
Mine was in bits and
fuck.
pieces.
But fuck.
Long,
But she
long
said,
time
but
ago.
the good thing about it was she said that she was safe, every time use a condom. But I was
See,
like,
she was a safe.
and then like I
whole
said,
phase.
every month she got checked just because, you know what I mean? Just to be safe.
Yeah.
Like she was kind of paranoid. And I had,
Was them niggas in rotation?
yeah.
So it wasn't just one time with each
Well,
one?
no. So she had the 10 days,
Mhm.
10 dudes in 10 days. And then she was just like, all right, I think I need a little break here. I think I was like, well, how did it happen? Like,
Hey,
I want to
all
know
them
what
dick
these
squats will
Tinder.
make you tired.
I said, I want to know how these Tinder conversations went. She's like, I mean, I just hit on like, yo, what's up? I'm just trying to smash. Like, she just came. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit
Yo,
is so crazy.
She's the best.
That's
She
tight.
came-
Like,
She's the best.
She came with it. She
She's
said,
the best
fuck it.
Tinder account.
Whoever swiped right on her, there's
God
a good
bless you.
chance.
And the funny thing is, she had told her sister before, because her sister's been on Tinder. She didn't really have, good luck with it or whatever. But she had told her,
Niggas
like,
on Tinder want to fuck.
like
this-
sister, when I
That's what
turn
Tinder's
18,
for.
I'm getting on Tinder. I'm just letting you know. Mind you, her sister does not know any of this is going on. Nothing. She didn't know that it being premeditated or nothing. She just was just like, damn, my sister about to be on Tinder like that. Oh, these guys, blah, blah, blah. Nah, her sister was the one that came at. I was like, yo, that shit is so.
She was like, hey, you, let's smash.
Hey, you, let's smash.
She's very primal with her shit.
And then she had said something about, she was talking about one of the dudes. She was talking about one of the dudes being a fuckboy because there were some people that she kept in rotation.
Yeah, don't say fuckboys.
No, but one of the dudes that was a fuckboy, I was like, okay, what number is this guy?
Fuckboy,
And I think she was like, oh yeah, that was number 13. And
Number
I was like,
13. These niggas addressed by numbers.
Yeah,
And the fuckboy is 13.
Right, that's an unlucky number as fuck.
So I was like, wait, you talked about 2 other people after that. I said, you miscounting. That's 15. I know how to do math. And she's like, she thought about it. She was like, oh, there was 15. Oh, I forgot about. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit is so crazy to me. Again, I'm not,
I can't front. I
You're not
forgot about some
slut-shaming?
partners in the past.
You said what?
I said, I can't front. I don't remember every person.
I mean, but shit. But if you had a new one every single day, like, fuck, man. That's just crazy to me. But, I mean, I'm glad that she was being safe about it. But it's scary. You know what I mean? Because these are guys that you're just meeting.
Niggas could be crazy.
Yeah. You just never know. You know what I mean? And then there's some guys that she said that were just on some, like, trying to see her every day. And,
Niggas got attached.
Hold on. There's more. Wait, I can't believe I forgot. She even had schedules. Like, it wasn't like, oh, just a random like, okay, I'm going to meet you at this time. Like, I'm just like, I've never in my life seen a more prepared
Did she ever do 2 a days or 3 a days?
Shit, I didn't ask that.
I would ask it. I was like, how many times a day? How many people a day?
So I had asked her, though. I said, so let me ask you this.
I hope she learns how to wipe properly. That's my thing about younger women. I've heard things about younger women not knowing how to wipe properly these days. So I mean,
we talked about that. We covered, yeast infections, BV, this, that, and the other. She's had, yeast infections. Like I said, she would get checked up. She would get checked up even if she didn't have symptoms. She just wanted to make sure she was good. Mm-hmm. More so not trusting the guys, even though she was the one with the multiple partners. Mm-hmm. But I had asked her, I said, so let me ask you this. Would you say that you don't view sex as, like an intimate act? I forgot how I asked her exactly. Mm-hmm. But she said, no, to be honest, at first I was just kind of like, yeah, I want to, I want to love this guy. I want to get married, blah, blah, blah. Then after it happened, after the first time and how, like, I guess how it happened, she was kind of like, oh, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. Like, because when people, not everyone, but some people, especially women, feel like when they lose their virginity, it's going to be flowers and roses, and he going to lay on your back and take care of you.
Like
music playing, candles, flower petals. Nah, bitch, that ain't how it really go down. So I guess when it actually went down, she was kind of like, oh, so this is what everybody raves about? Okay, I didn't really care for it, so then that's when she waited a few months and then went in. But like I said, at first I was just like, hold on, you said it's been a year, bitch. It hasn't been a year because November, I said it just turned June, like yesterday. I was like, that's not even a year. But
summer ain't even over.
Exactly.
Her numbers, she gonna about to do.
But
McDonald's
come to find
numbers.
out, it was the year before, so it was like a year and a half technically. But still, that's still that's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of bodies. A lot of
Not shaming you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's pretty excessive.
Hey, get it while you still young. Fuck that. Don't listen to these two. I'm just playing. No, but really though, enjoy yourself, but be safe.
Yes. So anyway, so we started talking more about the whole phase, and then we started getting on the dating subject, and this, that, and the other. And then she had mentioned to me that she didn't want to really deal with someone who had kids, or who had a child, because it's just too much to deal with. So then we started talking about, well, me being a me, I fuck up on my words, millennial. To those that don't know what the fuck a millennial is, let me educate you. They say that a millennial is the age group that fall between the early 80s and mid 90s. like
We're OG
1981
and
to
we're OG millennials.
1996 to be technical. So everyone here on the pod are considered millennials. The majority of us millennials either have families or at least baby mamas or baby daddies, with the exception of the homie, Zach. Our crew is very rare. None of us has ever been married or have children. I'm considered very rare because I'm a woman with no kids or have been married. When I travel with my SoCal travel girl, shout out to y'all. I'm the only one without kids. Literally everyone you saw in Miami, everyone you saw in Cabo, all had kids except for me. In my childhood circle, shout out to Princess, Preachy, Ted, Gretchen, Genevieve, all of them, I'm the only one without kids. So 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to get with somebody that has a kid, you know, and with her mentality, because basically she was telling me like, oh, yeah, I know you want kids and this, that, and the other. You don't have kids. Like, I just feel like there's just so much out there. And, you know, you don't really need to get with someone that has kids because you're always going to come second, blah, blah, blah. I said, girl, with that mentality, I'm going to remain single. And I say this because I used to have that mentality. I used to be like, you know what? I don't want to have kids. I mean, I do want to have kids. I don't want to be in a relationship with a man that has kids, not because I, want kids myself, but it's more so the whole dealing with baby mama drama, him may or may not wanting to have any more kids because it's like, I already got mine, plus I got this drama I got to deal with. Like, I'm not trying to bring another, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also what I've said from the past, being in a relationship with my last 2 exes, but the one right before my last one, being in a relationship with not just the man, but with their child. So when y'all break up, you also break up with the child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just, I just put all of that into perspective. So I was just like, yeah, I really don't want to be with someone that has a child. But with that mentality, I was still single. Yes, I'm still single 6 years later, but I kind of opened it to, okay, if they have kids, it is what it is, but as long as it's like on some cool shit. Cause if it is baby mama drama, that's pretty much the only thing that will really have me like not really trying to fuck with it. Or if they don't want any more kids, because I mean, it's cool. Like, I'll accept your kid, into our family, but I won't be like, okay, you're done, but I'm not, like, you know what I mean? I just can't do that. So then I don't know if you guys know about Red Table Talk. Jada Pinkett Smith came with the Facebook series, I guess you would call it.
I watched the one with Will's first wife. That was a good episode.
Yeah. So on the first episode, that's what he was talking about. On the first episode, Jada brought in Will Smith's baby mama, aka Cherie Fletcher, and they spoke about blended families. And she basically was talking about how it was, because she came into the relationship with Will already having a kid. They didn't, that was before the Willows and the Jadens, you know what I mean? They already had a child. So
Trey.
It was, so she just talked about how it was with her having to deal with that, So I don't know. It's crazy. But like I was telling old girl, Erica, with that mentality, I'm going to remain single. And this is why, I can't think like that. I mean, I don't know about the younger ages, but being a millennial, like, technically.
I think she's afforded right now. With her age, she's afforded to have that mentality for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But I think women, it's like, it's more, let's see, the time is more crucial for y'all.
Yeah.
Because of your bio clock.
Yeah.
And, women can probably fuck off their from 18 to 24. When they start hitting mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, that's when, like, okay, nigga, what are we doing?
And she's 19 right now, so she's still,
Yeah, so she got time.
She got hella time.
She got time
and
today.
And then after I told her, because what it was when I was talking about that, because she knows about my situation, and she was, and that's how I started talking about this, because she was just like, Ness, like, you guys are so cute together, and I mean, he is a good dude, and even though I don't know him too much, she's like, I just feel like you know, you got all this going for yourself, and he already has a kid, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, pump your brakes, baby girl. Let me school you real quick. And that's when I told her all that shit, you know. So then she got a better understanding of like, oh, okay, I see. Because I was like, you can't just, I mean, you could X people out. But I said the only thing that I will X out, and I've always X'd out, and y'all know, is military dudes. That's it. Other than that, pretty much fair game.
What if they're veterans?
If they're veterans, oh yeah.
Retired.
No, that's fine. I just like active military. No, that is kind of sketchy. I've never really dealt with that, but I don't know. Just I'm San Diego. I'm over military motherfuckers. Period. Even though I work for the military, I fucks with the families. I just don't fuck in your family.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, it's too much. It's.
I don't know. So what do you guys feel about any of that I mentioned? Anything from the whole phase to the being a millennial?
I mean that just happens. You know, you go through that phase. It's a part of you finding yourself, not just on on sexuality, but just yourself in general. Like, what do you like? What you don't like? Are you the type of person who could juggle, you know, multiple partners?
I ain't got that much energy.
That's a job.
Shit.
Like,
I was like, I'm cool with just getting it one time from baby boy, and I'm cool with the couple days in between.
Yeah, like for me, you know,
Shit.
growing up, once I actually was single, at a time where I was active, I didn't sleep with all the girls I was talking to.
Yeah. Or
And
that
just
was throwing themselves
you know,
at
just
or
hanging,
whatever.
just hanging out with them alone felt like a job because I was scheduling times to kick it.
Yeah, that's something you can't take back. Time.
Yeah, and I wasn't planning to just sleep with every chick I
Yeah.
was hanging out with.
yeah.
For me, I was like, you know, if I can get one to just be on the same level where we can just mess around or whatever at the time, long time ago.
Because even with you guys were late bloomers, right? Didn't you guys start being active
I
at a
started
later age?
a year after she, 19.
Well, that's why I said later age because, like, I know it sounds bad, but my group, like, the girls, we all started, like, 14, 15 years old.
Well, I mean, people around me was getting it in at 12, 14.
Were you? That's good.
And I waited until I was. I didn't wait per se, but it
That's
didn't
when it
happen
happened,
until I
yeah.
was 19
Yeah, I started
or 18.
I started at 18, but I didn't really get into like that mode until like I was 23. You know, like finally moved out that
21.
when I moved out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moved out, you got your little space,
Yeah.
you know. And like I said, like I had multiple chicks come visit me, you know, when I first moved out.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and then all of it wasn't like, oh, because I'm trying to have sex with
Yeah.
them. Like, I'm just company.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want some company.
20 when I.
You know what I
but
mean?
yeah.
And I remember, I still remember to this day, the homies made fun of me for all the chicks I invited
Yeah.
and not smashing.
Yeah, like my uncle was kind of like, dude, what are you doing?
You know?
So there's no Netflix and chilling back then.
Back then, I had a TV with a VCR that my aunt gave me.
Shit, now everybody.
Well, no, it wasn't the VCR. It was the DVD. It was a little more advanced. But yes, yet and still, you know, it was. It was like, yeah, like I had a twin bed, had a little twin bed, had a little box TV, and you know, and when I look
Was
back,
ESPN playing?
Little
no,
13
we
inch.
had no cable.
Little 13
So
inch.
I had my DVDs, you know, and I popped the DVD in when I'm ready to watch a movie.
You let the movie watch you.
Oh, that too. I had my
He said
PS3
that
at that
too.
time. I had my
Yeah.
PS3 hooked up, you know, thinking that I was like, oh, let me watch a Blu-ray movie on a regular ass TV. It's the dumbest fucking thing I ever did. Some stupid ass shit.
Oh my God.
But yeah, man, all I'm gonna say is that yes, I remember, you know, having company, and we'll just talk, and you know, my roommate at the time would just clown me like, "What are you doing? Bring all these females in. You're just not like
Not smashing.
you're
none
not
of them.
smashing." I'm like, dude, like, at the time, I'm oblivious. I don't know if they really want to smash. I'm not the type of nigga who's going to press the issue to smash.
For me, I was like, if I get them in my room and they sit on my bed, long time ago.
Disclaimer.
It was like
that was a green light.
curtains. It was
like,
Dunzo.
this is a casting couch mode now.
No,
Couch.
no fucking casting couch. Don't invite me in that Me Too stuff. That wasn't me.
Hit him with the fucking Morgan
They had
Freeman.
alternative motives too.
Ulterior motives,
Or
right?
ulterior motives.
Yeah. Hit him with the Morgan Freeman. Oh, baby girl, you got magic on you already.
They had their own mind made up.
Oh,
Shit,
man.
people on that fire stick and dick now. Let's do it.
Fire stick and dick. Wow.
I just bought one of those.
Well, there you have it. I'm gonna give you this fire stick. You know what
Brought
I'm
to you by
saying?
Amazon.
You're so stupid.
There's Amazon Prime down here, girl. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You gotta pay that yearly subscription for this
And I got
shit.
the
You know what I
Amazon
mean?
Prime.
Oh my gosh.
Pay that on time.
Girl, you call me G Dev because I got that special delivery. You know what I mean?
You burnt.
Uh,
have her doing the ad-libs. Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, girl, I'll have your legs doing the Harlem Shake.
Yeah, I
you know what I
need
mean?
y'all are so dumb.
So give it to me.
Your pussy gets smacked silly.
Get smacked silly.
Big Dick Willie.
Oh my gosh. I thought I just knew one of y'all was gonna break into the to Harlem Shake. I just knew it. What's going on?
Oh,
Nah,
man.
we trying to make
you gotta
them
play-
do the Harlem
Hey,
Shake.
you gotta, hey, when you edit it, if you can, you gotta put like one little clip of like just that little instrumental.
Yeah. Blah, blah.
Silly.
I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it right there.
You gotta do it
Right
for the
there when I did my voice. Right there.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for the culture. But go ahead, Nessa.
But yeah, so to wrap it up, whole phases come in all shapes and sizes. Some prep for it, some don't. Millennials, if you fall in the category, you are either married, have a family, have children, or all of the above. If not, don't fret. Stay positive. Excuse me. Stay positive unless you want to stay single. If you have a blended family, be mindful so you can successfully co-parent and make things easier for the kids. And number one, for y'all. Oops. Gotta take care of yourself so y'all can take care of these kids. Gotta take care of home first. Ho. Not playing.
Oh,
You be doing hoe activities. Hoe tendencies. Hoes are friends. Hoes are enemy. Nah.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to. I was trying.
We was trying to do the intro for you.
the intro right.
She was trying to warm it up.
Nope.
Hey.
Take a hoe to a hotel, everybody, even the man, reaching for the sky with the hoes on. Come on, players. Hoes always. Now hoes never close; they open like hallways.
But
It's
you know
okay
what?
for your whole crew.
I fucks with Luda though. Like I feel like some people
When I
really
heard that,
slept on
when I
Luda.
heard that in high school, I thought Ludacris was one of the best lyricists at that time.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
Southern lyricists, I like that.
He was.
That was
Yes.
some hard ass wordplay.
Yes.
Yep.
And alliterations, like, are you kidding me? And niggas like, man, nigga Luda's garbage, blood. Because I went to Morris. So every time a nigga say something, you had to say blood at the end. Like, as supposedly, like, Canadians say A at the end. So
Yeah.
it's, like, customary. And he's like,
I was in L.A.
and niggas weren't even, like, really banging. They had to say bick. They had to say boo. They had to say burl if you got a curl.
Come on, man.
Yeah, nigga like, nigga, you got an S burl, blood.
Like I said, I will never
Get the
forget the
heck
day
outta
we
here,
went
man.
through the taco shop little fucking drive through and dude
Yeah.
said, "Can I get a Bic and Baco?" I was so mad. I was fucking mad.
They're like, hey, homie, make sure you put that sugar on my boule, blood. You know I like that red.
Imagine them in an interview.
Oh my god.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
But shout out to all the bloods.
Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to all the bloods and Pyrees.
I was around both, you know. But
I
like,
grew up
it's-
around Crips,
but
to be
but the
honest.
Bloods I was around, they wasn't doing that.
I went to Morris High, which is in Skyline, but I lived on 40th and Hilltop, which is a Crip neighborhood. So I've seen both sides. My nigga, like,
Yeah.
Like listening to Lil, that's like cut hard, cut when he had that one song, cut was like,
Oh my god.
hey, that's what it was.
it's like,
And the Bloods too.
They be like, oh, cuz, this shit go hard. Rip it up, cuz, rip it up. And they do the
Yeah.
Crip. When Crip Rock was really serious,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
hey,
yeah.
rip that shit,
Rip it up,
cuz.
cuz.
Rip it up, cuz. Niggas used to wear them fucking, what's that, the Eddie George Tennessee Titan jerseys.
Yeah.
Niggas never came to Nashville, Knoxville, Memphis, any parts of Tennessee, but they claimed that grandma lived there before.
I'm actually going to
Was
Tennessee
it
the end of
Chattanooga? Is
this
that another
month.
spot?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
you know, my grandma from Tennessee, cuz, you know, that's why I got the jersey on. Nah, nigga, you just mad because the Chargers suck at that time, and he didn't want to wear the jersey. So you gonna say, you know, I fucks with I fucks with Monera, cuz. I fuck with Eddie George, cuz.
It was either that or the Cowboys. Crip niggas was wearing the Cowboy stuff.
Yeah, no, I grew up with Crips, but it was like Asians, like
Yeah,
more on
like-
the Asian
Like
side.
the Asians I knew, some of them was Crips, some of them was Blood, and then like most of Samoan cats was like Bloods.
See, that's the like only non-black like gang that niggas get it past, like the Samoans. Like, nigga, I don't want no smoke with no Samoan blood. No Samoans,
Hey,
cuz.
they was like, hey, cuz big, cuz, but we gonna have to get down, cuz like he big though. Like, hey,
Like, I remember this
Y'all
one nigga.
crazy.
He was sizing up this one dude. He said he wanted a slap box with him. And
man, hell no.
at the park, you know how niggas get down.
Yeah.
At the park, he was like, hey, I want a slap box with cuz.
Or go buy
And then he looked at it and he was like, hey, cuz look like he got some long arms. If
Some
I'm
heavy
getting,
hands.
He's like, if I'm getting hemmed up, man, you guys gonna jump in, help a cuz out.
Oh my gosh.
You know how
Yeah,
you supposed to
that's
grab
what
each other up
shit.
though.
Shout out to Moni though.
Oh, rest in peace, Moni.
R.I.P.
But
Oh,
yeah,
rest in
man.
peace. I never got to meet him.
Other than
I
that,
came,
man,
like,
we're gonna
right
go
after.
ahead, take a break before we get into these rapid fire topics. All right, y'all. We'll be back. Mic check, and we're back. All right, man. I know it's a late one, so we're gonna get into these quick little rapid fire topics before we close the show out. Let's get it started. Yay album. What do you guys think? 7 tracks. Is it?
I say yay.
You say yay?
Yay for yay.
Yeah. For me, 4 out of 3. 4 out of 7.
I was like 4 out of 3.
Yeah, 4 tracks out of the
No,
other.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
a passing grade to me,
yeah.
Yep.
but I think it's not his best body of work. That's
Of
just
course
me.
not. Of
Yeah.
course not.
I mean, and not only that, I heard that he had already recorded it, but after the TMZ
He switched
interview,
it all
then
up.
he did just this. He redid the whole 7 tracks,
Yeah.
and that's why it sounded more recent.
Yeah.
Because I know I was having a conversation with Natalie about that, and she was just like, I don't know how long it takes to do, to produce an album, but she's like, that shit sound hella like thrown together. And I was like, it wasn't thrown together, but it was.
I've been told her like the nigga's producing like
Yeah.
how many people he produced for Pusha, he produced for himself. Him and Kid Cudi's album's about to drop. Then he
Tiana
has
Taylor.
Nas, he has Tiana Taylor.
She was comparing it to
Life
The
of
Life
Pablo.
of Pablo.
The Life of Pablo felt put together, thrown together for me. Same as his Yeezus album.
Mm-hmm.
Like those albums to me didn't feel.
I think
fully
they're more
complete.
experimental type albums.
Yeah.
Kanye's always due for an experimental type album, and then he goes in.
What were the ones that you guys like? Which tracks did you guys like?
I like Yikes.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Yikes was cool.
I like
Ghost Town.
I liked Wouldn't Leave
Hmm
and Violent Crimes.
I like Violent
A
Crimes.
lot of dudes like Violent Crimes because talking about having daughters and
Oh, sorry.
what guys would do for their daughters.
That, and I feel like that's real shit. Like that really does go through like guys, like men's mind.
Do you know?
Like,
And do you know how real is that? I don't know. It happened in a different country. It's a crazy story. Someone showed it to me at work. These teenagers, they were having sex. The girl, the daughter, recorded it. She did the back shoulder shot
Oh,
of the
shit.
dude digging her out. So I guess her dad, it was like a kingpin or some shit. Caught the boy up, tied him up, hands behind his back on his knees, and shot that motherfucker executioner style.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because he had sex with his daughter?
Yep.
I mean,
Violent
she's
crimes.
trying to get it in.
Yeah,
It's
but I
gonna
guess it's
happen.
one of those things like, daddy don't want to see that shit.
It's like
Don't,
it's probably like, I'm cool. Okay,
Don't look
it's
for
gonna
it.
happen. But seeing my daughter getting dug out,
Yeah.
like that's gonna go through. And dude, it was fucked up. Maybe I have a stomach to watch some fucked up shit because like the dude shot the kid's already
Oh,
dead.
you saw it?
Yeah, like
I
someone
thought you
showed
just
it to
heard
me
the
at work.
story.
No, someone showed it to me at work. The kid
Did they
was
show the
already
video of him
shot.
digging girl out?
Yeah, the whole girl put it on Snapchat.
What? What the fuck?
She put it on Snapchat, and old dude caught wind of it. He saw it, got the boy, tied him up, shot him in the head,
she do
executioner
that?
style. And it was like excessive too. It was like they shot the dude. He's already dead, but they were like, bah, 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 just letting it ring off on him. On the dead corpse. That was like,
I know after that, motherfuckers wasn't trying to fuck with baby no
yeah,
more.
niggas
I
like,
wouldn't.
motherfuckers in that whole place was like, I ain't fucking you. Your daddy's who? Bitch, you're only, hey, I'm gonna give you a dildo. Like,
I'm gonna
that's
give
it.
you a dildo.
Or you had to move
I
out
ain't
the
give you
country.
shit.
I was gonna say motherfucker wants
You
no
give my girl a
parts.
dildo? Snap his fingers back.
Right. Snap
Yeah.
his fingers back. Oh my god.
Turn the motherfuckers the opposite way.
That shit's crazy.
Cut his fingers off with a cigar cutter. You know what I mean? Like on some dark man shit.
But no, but I could see how like I don't know. So we were talking about that track at work, and my supervisor was just like, she's like, I get what he's saying. She's like, but I just feel like as his wife, I would feel some type of way. She said she would feel some type
Niggas are
of
just
way.
scared of karma. Period. Niggas know they done some fucked up shit to some women, and they scared that some niggas gonna do that same thing to their daughter. That's what it comes down to.
And how they say like dudes that have a bunch of daughters is because they was like fuck boys. They was playing with they were playing with girls and shit. So that's their karma.
That's what it is. Niggas are scared of karma. Oh well, tough. Hey, deal with it, nigga. You can put it out and take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nas said it in that daughter song.
Daughter song too. Yeah, that made me like everybody's praising Kanye for violent crimes, but no one just didn't bat an eye to Nas's daughter song. Like, but hey, to each his own.
To the heartbreakers of the world, God gets you back by making you have precious little girls.
You know, okay. Yeah. I mean, Ye album, I'll probably listen to like 3 or 4 tracks. Other than that, I'm ready for whatever else is coming out. Okay, how about Trump uninviting the Eagles to the White House?
We ain't want to see your ass anyway.
Right?
That's probably what all Zach said.
You know, I think the thing is, like, these black athletes that you really adore, Trump, they don't fuck with you, homie. These niggas ain't fucking with you. Man, you better get used to seeing NHL players come to visit you, and that's about it. These motherfuckers ain't fucking with you. But at the same,
Maybe baseball,
maybe MLB people.
But even then, there's still people in that league too.
Yeah, like nigga, I ain't fuck. They don't fuck with you, Donald. Just get it over with, man. You got bigger problems than who doesn't want to come to the White House to see you. Get over it. And honestly, I think there was a guy who took a knee when they were playing the national anthem at the White House. They were celebrating the Eagles not coming to visit them, and there was one white guy who was on his knee, kneeling.
For real?
Yeah, he was on his knee kneeling. I was like, oh shit.
In the White House?
Did he die?
Not in the White
No, I'm
House,
kidding.
but on the lawn.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
meant
wow.
in the White House, but still, even that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what's the eerie shit? I always think it's eerie because like when I'm at work and I have to go to a certain station, like Pack Fleet off of 32nd, and once they play the national anthem, all the servicemen just fucking stop on the dime when the national anthem is played, and then once it's done, they go back to walking. It's like it feels like it's on Black Mirror shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I know it's that what they're supposed to do, but it just from a normal person,
It looks programmed.
Yeah.
It looks programmed. It looks kind of
yeah.
eerie.
Like
so.
even like when we're on base, like even though I haven't served in the military, like I have to stop my car. I gotta wait till the shit's over till I go and keep it pushing. Like you could be like rolling up trying to even show your ID to get on base, and you can't get in because
It's a mannequin challenge, huh?
Yeah.
He's like,
that's real. That's real. It is a mannequin challenge. And if you are moving when it happens, people look at you like you crazy. This is
Damn.
on base. This
It's
is
on
on
base,
base.
yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, and then after that, right, Braun and Curry made
Curry
a
was
statement stating
we're
that
not coming, but LeBron, you're not going to the White House anyway because you're
Stupid.
0-3, nigga.
Stupid.
You could have been 1-2 at least, but your boy J.R. Smith was off that yak. Then put the ball up back.
Just
Nigga
imagine
ran.
them talking about that in like amongst the crowd and somebody yelling in the back, LeBron, you ain't going there anyway. Shut your ass up.
Motherfucker, what are you talking about?
and then that bottle that JR was drinking.
Stupid.
Hey, you know, like I think Tony Baker should do a sketch on not on YouTube, but on fucking Instagram and have his face ask the Hennessy. He's like, oh yeah,
No.
JR, come back here, buddy. Come have a sip of this cognac.
I
Man,
feel so bad for him.
hey, Earl Smith Jr., you have to live with that for the rest of your career, my nigga. Damn.
I thought we were ahead.
I just thought that we were ahead. But we wasn't. Now it's overtime.
Oh man.
Oh, man. On some geek news, a lot of uproar within the fanboy community. A lot of fanboys are pissed off that Jared Leto is going to get his own Joker movie. His own Joker spinoff solo movie. All right, so yeah, Joker is getting his own movie. A lot of fanboys are pissed off about it. They thought Jared Leto's performance was the worst thing in the Suicide Squad. I'll say I can't judge his performance off of 10 minutes of screen time, and a lot of shit got cut off. So I'm willing to give the man a second chance. If Ryan Reynolds get a second chance, Ben Affleck get a second chance, Michael B. Jordan get a second chance, why can't Jared Leto get a second chance to make
Chris
an impression?
Evans get a second chance.
Yeah, like a lot of actors get a second chance on either on a new role or the same role. So I would say for Warner Brothers, let some real niggas run the company like me and Easy.
Like me. Hey. You said like me and Easy.
And
Both of us.
we can go ahead and show how it's done, man. You know what I mean? Get Warner Brothers on the right track. Make them learn how to compete with Marvel. You know what I mean? Shit. Y'all don't listen though. I was like, dude, y'all got a gold mine of fucking story arcs y'all could use. You guys had the most iconic villains in comic books, but y'all ain't using them right. And as far as the screenwriters and directors, they just have to let them take the time. Don't give them 6 weeks to make a fucking script and issue that shit out for a money grab. That's why y'all fucked up critically with Suicide Squad, but it did make money though. It did make money. What y'all thoughts? You think Jared Leto deserves a second chance as
Hell
the Joker?
Yeah. I enjoyed his Joker. I just didn't enjoy the laugh. When he did that laugh when he was sitting with Common, I'm like, don't do that, please.
Don't do that.
Find a different laugh.
And
man.
if his Joker was hated so much, why are people still cosplaying him?
Right.
If this Joker was so hated,
His Joker, I liked his Joker because
why
it
was
was gangsta as fuck.
why he was one of the most cosplayed versions of the Joker, even more than Heath Ledger's Joker?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I think some niggas have some.
He had a more gangster look.
Yeah, and he was more comic book accurate. He was more comic book accurate than don't get me wrong. Jared Leto had a masterful performance, but Chris Nolan's version of the Joker was deviated from the comics.
Yeah.
He was nothing like that in the comics.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah, Chris Nolan. That's Chris Nolan. He just wanted to create his own.
He wanted to create his own. All right, you know what I mean? What else? NBA Finals. We already talked about that. It's over. Cleveland.
So while we're recording,
It's
they just did Game 3, and now the Warriors are up 3-0.
Yeah, it's over.
I think they're gonna go 5 games.
A gentleman's sweep because they want to win it in Oakland. You know what I mean?
Gentleman's sweep. Let's take it back home and win it in Oakland.
Yeah.
Not let's I'm rooting for them. I don't care about either one of these teams.
They're gonna catch up to
Go
your Bulls.
Bulls.
They're
Go Bulls.
They're gonna catch up to your Bulls, man.
Hey man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, and other
like Jordan said.
yeah.
Jordan himself said, stuff's meant to be broken. Like as
Yeah.
far as
Records.
Records are
and
meant to
stuff.
be broken. So
Yeah.
he expects this stuff to happen.
In other news, San Diego local sports show, the Mighty 1090, they are now servicing for the Rams. Stan Kroenke probably gave him the bag to call Rams games in San Diego. So Stan Kroenke is coming to San Diego to steal all the fan base, the pissed off, angry, disgruntled Charger fans that left him in the cold to go to Los Angeles. Now to reap the benefits, and now everything's going to be Rams out in San Diego. This is going to be crazy. Also, he's punking the Chargers in another way because he's going to have that stadium in Inglewood, and the Chargers going to have to pay Stan Kroenke rent. So not only Stan Kroenke's getting money, I'm stealing your fans too, nigga.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
And you a visitor in my house.
Like the Chargers got to go back home. They got to go back home. They got to come back home, man. Because I'll say about like in 10 years, you're gonna be a lot of kids wearing Rams shit in San Diego. It's gonna be weird.
Yep.
It's gonna be weird, and that's mad quiet about this.
Rams and Clippers.
I stopped talking about them 2
arms
seasons
crossed.
ago.
She got the little tears coming
as
out.
much as there's late
It's
show.
past my bedtime. I literally am in bed by 10 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Shit. Anything else that I want to bring up? Anything else you guys want to go over real quick?
Did you look up anything about San Diego getting a football team?
Oh, they got to like some like new league they're trying to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck it, man. You know, San Diego needs something, bruh.
Oh, they got
But
the goals.
the thing is, San Diego will do better as an NBA city than a football city. There's been little whisperings about the NBA coming to San Diego.
I'd like that personally.
You know, get to see all
Being
the
a
visiting
basketball
teams and all that shit. See people flexing. See all the major drug dealers coming out there front row. Niggas on
I just watched the
Instagram.
I'd
Lakers
go
when
see
they
a
come
Bulls
to
game.
San Diego. That's,
You know what I'm
See-
saying?
that's all I've been watching.
See the Bulls come to San Diego, that'd be tight.
Yeah, why not? You know, see some of the favorite players.
Might
that you-
jump ship if the team logo and shit look good enough.
look good enough to
Because
cover.
that organization over there fucking up. Fucking idiots.
You know, they might be an expansion team in San Diego. Well, all three Ball brothers. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they'll have a D League team like the Oceanside Swimmers or some shit.
The Oceanside Dolphins or Sharks.
Yeah.
The Seashells.
Oceanside Mariners or something.
Mariners. That was my high school mascot.
Well, yeah, man. We'll go ahead and close this out. It's getting late. We'll go ahead with a little shout out, parting words rounds, however you guys want to end the show off on a good note, bad note, whatever.
Good note, bad note.
Yeah, and I got to pee, so I'm gonna get this over with.
Nah.
Who wants to go first? You know.
Shout outs to Zach. We always get in debates. We recently got
Yeah.
into a long ass debate.
And that's why I had to put my group shit on hide alerts. I woke up to like a barrage of like text messages.
Yeah.
I did too. I was like, what the fuck? I even tried to write Mark. I was like, all right, y'all. Zach, why don't you make an appearance? Why don't y'all do this?
Yeah.
Nothing worked.
Yeah, I tried to save it for the pod,
You did.
but
You
he,
did.
you know, he got it out of me through the text.
And then he tried to
messages.
get me into it. He's like, what
Yeah.
are yours? Nah, you ain't gonna get me like that, homie.
Yeah, I mean, he, you know, in the argument, he definitely have more people on his side because LeBron's playing today. You know, I was just making a statement that I feel like, I'm pretty sure people gonna call me crazy, but I feel like Michael Jordan can pass the ball just as well as LeBron. I ain't say
Ooh,
better.
That's a hot take.
I ain't say better. I just said he got very good at passing the ball, even though he didn't pass it at like not even close as much as LeBron passes the ball. I'm just saying the
Yeah.
ability he has it. But you know, Zach was like, nah, and we just going in on it though.
Yeah, like 2
But that was
days.
dope. That was good. Man, me and him need
text
to
messages later.
he needs to start a sports
Yeah,
podcast though. Real
we've been
talk.
saying
Yeah,
that.
we've been saying that
like-
for the longest, man. Start a sports podcast. Yeah, it's getting late. Nessa.
Oh,
Oh, one
Go
more
ahead,
thing?
go ahead, sorry.
shout out to Monica.
Of course.
She came through.
Why I think you was
Come
about to
pick
pet
your
her.
boy up.
I
No.
thought you was about to. You said.
Nah,
I was like, what the
nah. And shout outs to Kmart, man. He not here, but he moved the schedule around to try to make this happen. So unfortunately, he's not here. But thank you, sir.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
As for me, shout out to the homie Nam. He recently became one of our supporters, and he went from just listening to one little thing to hitting me up on some, oh, I'm 4 episodes in, I'm 6 episodes in. I'm like, what type of job you got? You listening to 6? Because our shit get hella lengthy. Like, I think this shit like 2-3 hours. Like, but shout out to you for to really, for really fucking with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to the point where he's actually like promoting us and everything. So I'm like, that it's good to see that. You know what I mean? It's nice to see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes our
We appreciate y'all.
our efforts don't go in vain at times.
Exactly.
Staying up late,
Mm-hmm.
all this other shit, scheduling conflicts, and all that stuff. All right, man. My shout outs. I thought I would never say this, but shout outs go to Kim Kardashian West. Yes, you heard it first. Marco giving Kim Kardashian a shout out because when she went to visit Donald Trump about prison reform, she was actually on certain cases about black women being incarcerated, and she actually gotten Alice Johnson freed from Trump granting clemency. Clemency for her. And Alice Johnson was in jail, for a large amount of years over a nonviolent crime, which was like pretty much bullshit out there in Perkins County, Alabama. So she's freed. Alice Johnson was very grateful. She, gave praises to Kim Kardashian and Donald Trump. And, you got to give credit to where credit is due. So, if you feel a way about 45 or Kim K, at least Kim K got freed at least one woman. And I seen like a lot of help tech trolls on my Twitter timeline making fun of Black Lives Matter, saying Black Lives Matter never got someone freed out of prison, but Kim K did. I was like, damn, it's your move next, BLM. What you gotta say about that? Hope tests are coming at y'all next, but that's for the whole conscious community and shit like that. But also Donald Trump did grant pardon for former, the very first heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight champion in boxing history. He also granted him a pardon out there, and I know that was a big deal for a lot of boxers, and that was brought up to light with Sylvester Stallone. Deontay Wilder was there in attendance, and other former boxers who wanted that to happen for Jack Johnson as well. And a quick little side note, Jack Johnson was the inventor of the monkey wrench, but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, that's about it, man. So if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self, well then, you know what I got to say.
The jig is up.
And we out. Thank you for listening. Here, for sure.
Every time you play that sound, I hear King White.